Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Mama Belle from Mama Belle's Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I'll be doing a mind, body, soul reading for Pisces. The messages in this reading are for any part of your chart in this sign, with special emphasis on sun, moon, and rising. Before we get started, I wanted to say that this is a general reading and not meant as advice of any professional sort, including but not limited to medical or legal advice. Most importantly, I would like to say thank you for clicking here. If any of this reading resonates, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now on to the reading. Hi, Pisces. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, views, and subscribes on my last videos. It was just so wonderful watching it. Really, I'm so grateful. I can't thank you enough. I am also under the weather still a little bit. So if I sound worse than normal, that's because I am worse than normal. I'm going to shuffle these cards. We're going to start with the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. We're going to get a card for the mind. Oh, hello. We're going to get a card for the mind, body, and soul, as well as a card for the overall theme of the message. And we'll look at the bottom of the deck for advice going forward. And this is going to be up for the month of December, but I mean for these to be a timeless reading. So if you find this later than December, then you may notice themes that kind of pop up for you in this month, or anything like that. But this is meant to find you when you are meant to see it. So let's get started. For the mind, we have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. Okay, we're not doing like 4 cards each. That's too much. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is going on? So we'll take this for the body. And for the soul, what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know for the soul for the month of December? Okay. Overall message. And the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the bottom of the deck isn't so bad. So, for the mind, you have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. For the body, you have the Nine of Cups. For the soul, you have the Five of Swords. For the overall message, you have the Eight of Swords. And for the bottom of the deck, or the advice going forward for the month, is Four of Wands. So let's start here with the mind. With the mind, you have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about being defensive, really feeling like you have to defend yourself at every turn, all of the time. And the Five of Wands, a lot of people see this as conflict, similar to the Five of Swords, but this is more about practice. This is about competition that isn't fierce or anything like that, because notice that the biggest difference is that with the Five of Swords, these are actual piercing things. This could harm you pretty deeply. Whereas the Five of Wands is like, that's going to hurt and sting a little bit, but it's not going to cause necessarily permanent injury. The wands are about practicing when it comes to the Five of Wands in the competition. So what I'm getting here is that you feel defensive, but you need to practice competing. You need to practice standing your ground and being in your power in your mind. You can be passionate, and that's great, but you have a lot of defensiveness going on, a lot of competition you feel, and it's not really leading you anywhere. So you need to get to a place where you can set all of this down, because these are also burdens. In the end, you need to be able to find a way to put down your wands and live in your own power. So however you need to make that happen for your mind is a great step forward. That way you can get out of the competition and conflict, as well as the defensiveness, because that's not a place to live in. So for your body, you have the Nine of Cups. This is about wish fulfillment. a wish being granted, that sort of thing. And it feels like emotionally you're getting to a place, because these are cups. Cups are about emotion. And this is about really feeling in love with your body. I don't know what work it took to get there, but that is a very rare thing in our society these days, is to really feel like you have made a wish and it's been granted. And that's what this card is all about. So I love that. That's beautiful. What a wonderful thing to feel for your body. The Five of Swords, we kind of touched a little bit on, but in your soul, this is the card you got, is the Five of Swords, which is about a lot of chaos and mental conflict. These are two people or two beings that feel that they're in the right, that they are correct. The mouse believes that he's right where he's allowed to be, and that this is his place in his territory. This is his cheese. But the cat is like, this is my house. So it feels that, like, getting this card in the position of the soul feels like you're feeling conflicted in your soul. How can you bring it to a place where you can get that sixth sword? Because the Six of Swords, the next card in this suit, is about moving on to calmer shores. How can you let go of that baggage so you can move on? Whatever's tearing you apart in your soul can't last forever, much like this conflict and defensiveness in your mind. The overall theme for this message is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a lot about feeling stuck, but she put herself in this position. She can get herself unstuck at any time, because if you notice, she's got it where she could easily get out of those ropes. She put herself in this position and she can get herself out. She just has to remember that she's not stuck. So the overall theme is that you need to remember that you are not stuck. So the overall advice for the month going forward is the Four of Wands. You've got a lot of wands in this reading, as well as a lot of swords. Not a whole lot of cups, but the Four of Wands is often about commitment and celebration. This card is associated most often with marriage, and you don't really commit to marriage by doing things all willy-nilly and very briefly. Marriage is a deep commitment, a lifelong commitment for many people. You don't do it because you don't think it's going to last. So the advice is to remember to celebrate that you're not stuck in these positions that you put yourself in. You get to learn new experiences and have new opportunities for these experiences to happen if you just remember that you are not stuck, that you can move in whatever direction you want, and that you don't have to be defensive, that you can celebrate, and that you're worthy of being celebrated. How can you find ways to celebrate yourself and to remember that you're worthy of the passion and the love and to being your unique self? It's so important. And I love that you got that for the advice going forward. So just remember, especially because we're in that month of December where there's going to be a lot of celebrations, this is going to be a perfect time for you to celebrate. Now we're going to look at the Sacred Creators Oracle, which is also by Chris Ann. We're going to get a card from that deck. And this deck, in case you haven't seen any of my other readings, they have an essential meaning as well as a self-care message. The essential meaning is as if you get it in the upright, and the self-care message is as if you get it in the reverse. I read both because I feel that both are important to any message that you get. I'm also going to be reading directly out of the guidebook for this as well. Oh, let's get this out of the way. I don't know why I'm moving it. Okay, that was really quick. So you have card number 25. Befriend the word polarize. I'm going to try and set this where you can see all of it. If you saw my last video, by the way, or any of my other videos, let me know what you think of this new positioning if this works better for you to kind of see everything, because that's my goal, is that you can see it all if you're watching. But I do want to make sure I'm saying it as well, so that way you can hear it in case you weren't, because I know a lot of people are just listening. I'm one of those who usually listens, but if I can watch, I also watch. So 25, befriend the word polarize. Essential meanings: display of your inner truth, bravery to share your personal flavor and your true opinions, movement toward a goal, opposing forces, transitions, growth, taking a stand, personal empowerment. Self-care message: looking after others at your own expense, worrying about being accepted, being vanilla in order to appeal to everyone, the fear of making waves and being seen. Polarize isn't a bad word. Great leaders are not selling safe, usual, everyday ideas. It's time to bravely put your truth and your wisdom out on display in order to find those individuals who totally love what you're saying. Finding those soulful kindreds may mean that there will be others who disagree with what you're all about, and that's okay. It's time to get comfortable with this possibility and steer clear of any safely watered down vanilla choices that are meant to keep you palatable and liked. You are anything but average, so don't hide your powerful message from the world by trying to appeal to the taste of the masses. Growth and change are, by nature, uncomfortable for some people, and your particular brand of magic won't be perfect for everyone. Your people will feel compelled by your authentic stories, courage, vulnerability, and honesty. Be courageous and allow your unique flavor of awesome sauce to shine through. You'll attract people who are fiercely in love with what you're up to, and your heart will feel so full that the light of the world will spill forth from your joy. How can you speak more honestly and directly in your life? Is there something about yourself that you have been hiding in order to play it safe in the world? What are you opaquing? What about you could shine a little more brightly? Rewrite your bio for your eyes only. No one else will see it, so let it flow. Some starting points. What do you stand for? What fires you up? What are your dreams? I love that. I love doing readings like this. It feels like there's a lot of stuff that you're working on that can feel kind of hard and difficult, but that you're really trying to work through this, and remember that you are perfectly perfect in yourself. Not everybody is going to like you, but that is not a them or that is not a you problem. That's a them problem, and that's okay. You're not meant to be liked, like we just talked about in the card from the Sacred Creators Oracle. Befriend the word polarize. You're not meant to be liked by everybody. That's okay. It's hard, but it's perfect because it's you. So I hope that this message resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment, as well as share it with someone you think it will also resonate with. Again, thank you so much for clicking here. I can't thank you enough for that. I hope this month brings you health, wealth, happiness, clarity, passion, and alignment. With so much love, I'm Mama Belle, and I look forward to doing your next reading.